Hi guys, it's Amanda. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. So today I am building a Tudor home in the world of Windenburg in The Sims 4. So, as I'm sure you guys know, my channel primarily focuses on The Sims 3. That is the game that got me introduced to the Sims franchise and a game that I will probably love till I'm 80. I love The Sims 3. It will hold a special place in my heart forever. But I wanted to do a speed build because I enjoy building so much, but I honestly think that building in The Sims 4 is much faster than in The Sims 3, and I also really enjoy it. So I decided that maybe I would just give a Sims 4 speed build a go. Um, I like to make Sims 3 videos because you definitely don't see them as often. So I think it's kind of like a place of nostalgia, I guess you could say. But like I said, I really wanted to do a speed build and I wanted it to not take me forever, even though this build definitely did take me some time. But in The Sims 3, oh my gosh, it takes me forever to build. So I decided to give this a go. You guys can let me know what you think, but I plan on doing some more speed builds just because I love to build, and I'm also working on my own save file in The Sims 4 as everyone else is, but it's honestly a fun challenge and it's a fun project. So yeah. Um, a little bit about the house, I guess, real quickly. This is, as I said, a Tudor home that I built in Windenburg, which is the world that came with the Sims 4 get together. I actually built this based off of an image, so I will insert a picture for you guys so you can see the inspiration. I love building off of images. I'm not creative enough, I don't think, to just build from my head. And also because I prefer more realistic gameplay, I like to have more realistic houses. It's just, I think, more fascinating for me. So it's obviously easier to go off a real life image in order to get that realism. It's also sort of fun just to see if you can replicate a real life house, obviously, because you can't get everything to scale and whatnot. So I don't know, it's just a lot of fun. But as I said, I will insert an image. My plan was to actually build a little bit of a smaller house my first time coming back because I definitely think there's like an art to speed builds. Just trying to figure out what you should include, what you shouldn't include, how to make the video not super duper long. Um, so yeah, I wanted to do something smaller so I could again just kind of remember the art of doing a speed build because it's been 6 years since I've done a speed build. So it's been some time. And I kind of forgot the ins and outs, but here we are, we made it. But yeah, so this ended up being a bigger house than I expected. It's definitely a large family home. It's 5 bedrooms and I think 4.5 bathrooms. Yeah, no, 3.5. Yeah, 3.5 bathrooms. Um, but I actually really like the way this house turned out. So as you guys can see, I did elevate the terrain. So the house is pretty much raised, but it's not on a foundation, if that makes sense. The image that I looked at, it didn't have that. It was just like a plain house, but I wanted to add some not interest, but some, I don't know, something so the lot just isn't flat because I tend to build on flat lots. I don't really love messing with the terrain, especially in The Sims 4. It's a little bit more challenging for me. Um, but I do want to try to build like a split level home next. So I'm going to definitely be messing with terrain there. But yeah, I think they turned out really, really well. I will be honest, I did not limit myself with packs or kits or whatever. Like I used whatever I wanted to use. Maybe in the future, if I continue with speed builds, I'll try to do like, more challenges or try to do limited pack builds. I think those are very fascinating and kind of a challenge as well. But especially when I'm working on my save file, I really do just like to like use whatever I want to use because it's my save file. So yeah, I've only been working on houses for my save file. I've made some progress. I'm almost done with Willow Creek, and then the rest. I'm just like I have a lot to do. It's a process. It's a really long process. I know a lot of people have done save files. I know Simlissies has put one out, and then Honey May Sims. I love her save file. I actually watch her video all the time talking about her save file. So I will link that down below for you guys. I'm sure you've seen it, but I will still link it if you guys want to watch it. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not too interested in like the lore and creating like the families, if I'm being honest. I'm more so interested in just building and having nice lots to look at and nice lots for my Sims to visit. But I guess I'll get into creating families. I don't know. Even when I built this house, I don't have like I have families in mind, I guess you can say, but not not like their story, for example. Like, what am I trying to say? Like, for example, I don't know what these Sims do for a living. I just know the rooms that I created for the family members. But again, I couldn't tell you like what they do or, if they have a healthy relationship, etc. Because I'm not that interested in that, if I'm being honest. I also don't think I'm the best storyteller, especially because when I play, sorry, I hope you guys can't hear. They're cutting the grass. But when I play my game, I like for it to be very drama free. I like for things to go perfectly because it's a simulation and I have so much control over it. So I'm like, why would I let anything go awry when I can make sure everything is perfect? It's probably not very healthy, but that's the way that I like to play my game. So because of that, I don't do a lot of storytelling. I'm just like, okay, have your kids, have your job, be successful, and like let's keep it pushing. So yeah, that's kind of the way that I play. But maybe I'll get better at storytelling. I don't know. But this home, it has the master bedroom for the parents. It has a teen girl room, a teen boy room, an infant room, and then a room for maybe a grandparent or something. I guess it could be a guest bedroom or another. It doesn't matter, whatever you want it to be. So yeah. The outside is almost done. Well, actually, the outside is pretty much done. I'm going to start landscaping. I did use that grass floor from some kit. I don't know what the kit's called. I tried to avoid it just because I'm sure a lot of people don't have that kit. But I really like the way it looks, so I'm really sorry. And with doing the landscaping, because I did flooring, it's a little bit more, it's sharper than I'd normally prefer, but obviously you can't like delete tiles in a non-sharp way. Does that make sense what I'm trying to say? So yeah, but because I did foundation, I wanted the foundation to be grass, and you have to put floor down in order for it to, like, you can't put terrain paint on foundation, if that makes sense what I'm saying. So yeah, and the whole thing isn't foundation, it's just the edge, as I'm sure you guys saw when I was building it. But yeah, I definitely did kind of jump all over the place. You will see this video is a little choppy. I'm sure my voiceover is going to be choppy too, because like I said, it's an art to it. So I actually really admire people that do this a lot. It's hard to be consistent. It really is. And it's a lot more work than I think people realize. I think even that I realized until I started doing it again. I was like, dang, this is a lot of work. Like editing the video, speeding it up, making the thumbnail, taking the pictures. It's fun. Like, I'm not complaining. It's really enjoyable, but I just forget that it definitely is a process. So yeah, even when I was building this, I was just like, oh my gosh, what do I include? Do I include this? Do I not include this? I didn't really know. So I'm sure you guys saw in the beginning when I came back after certain points, like some of the floor plan was done. So yeah, just kind of all over the place. But I'm hoping the more I do it, the better I will get. Again, I don't really know how consistent I'll be. I don't want to sit here and say that this is something that I'm going to do all the time or consistently. One, because I do like work a full-time job. And not only that, I don't play The Sims consistently. That's another thing. I will go a very long time without playing The Sims. So yeah, I do always come back to it, but I like to take breaks. I've been addicted to it for a month now. Maybe I've been playing really consistently. But who knows if I will still be doing that in another month. So that's kind of the thing. I think that's where I haven't always been consistent with videos. And I did upload a current household like maybe a week ago. I don't know when this video will go up, so I would say about a week ago. And before that, it had been 6 years since I'd uploaded a YouTube video. And the thing is I still do play. So even when I'm not uploading videos, I'm definitely still playing The Sims. Again, not consistently, but I do still play. Again, just really not making videos. And for a while, I was definitely playing The Sims 4, I think more than The Sims 3. And I actually play them on different computers. I am a laptop girl. I love to play on the laptop because I like to play in my bed, which I know is so lazy, but I love to play in my bed. So I do like to use a laptop instead of a PC. One day I would love to build a PC, but I'm not too sure on the specs and all that stuff. And honestly, I'm just not in the mood to like do all that research right now. I can't even lie. So I just like a PC because it's just all there. You pick one out, not a PC, sorry, a laptop. You just pick one out and you're good to go. But anyways, so since I like to play on a laptop, I play on 2 different laptops, one for The Sims 3 and one for The Sims 4. And so all of my like recording and editing software was on my Sims 3 laptop. So I think that's why I kind of just would, I don't know. I don't even know. Anyways, so now we are on the entryway. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't love the furnishing of this house. I had actually just finished building a house for my current household in The Sims 3. And so coming back from building in The Sims 3 to building in The Sims 4, it's a challenge, especially when in The Sims 3 you can customize everything to your liking. And I actually hadn't built in The Sims 3 in a while, probably a year or so, I want to say, since I'd built in The Sims 3, maybe even longer than that. And so I'd been doing a lot of building in The Sims 4 because, as I said, I was like working on a save file. And if you guys are interested in seeing what I've like gotten done so far, let me know. I would love to make a video on that. I wish I was recording those houses because I've made, again, quite a bit of progress, not a crazy amount, but I've made enough. Anyways, I kind of forgot where I was going with that. Oh yeah, so I'd been building a lot in The Sims 4, and then I went and built a house for my current household in The Sims 3, and that was a challenge. I actually was going to make a speed build on that house, but because I'd been out of practice, I got really nervous and I was like, okay, I'm not doing this, whatever. Like I just give up. And yeah, so I built that house and I was able to do so much customization. It was so fun. I forgot how fun it is to use the create a style tool. And then I came back to build this house and I was just like, what the heck? So yeah, I don't love it. So if you guys download this house, feel free to like gut the inside and make it what you want it to be, because I definitely think that it can be a little bit better, especially in the kitchen. Really like the kitchen, the dining, and the living room. Or the family room. I don't know. I put it on a platform, and so because of that, I couldn't like put the cabinets the way I wanted to because the house is on just a regular wall height, or I guess short wall height. Was it short, medium, tall? I don't know, but it's on the shortest wall height. And so because I placed the kitchen on a platform, it was also really hard to put I don't know. It was just a lot. You guys will see. It was a lot. And I was definitely jumping all over the place. You'll see like the speed build portion of this video, it ends kind of abruptly. I was working on the outside and I was like, you know what? This is not that interesting. Like, let me just finish and show screenshots. So that's what I ended up doing. And my screenshots are also not the best. Like, I don't know if I should be bashing my whole video, but yeah, it was just kind of a mess. I don't really know. So yeah, here's the kitchen. So the kitchen has the bay window and it looks weird. It looks weird because the bay window has kind of like a shelf, I guess you could say. And I tried to fill it in with cabinets, but then when I wanted to place a sink, it just wasn't working. So you just kind of got to make do. I was going to switch it so that this was the family room and then the kitchen was on the other side, but I don't think it worked as well. Well, actually, it could have. I don't know. Yeah, I guess it could have. I'm looking at it now. Yeah, it probably could have worked. Oh well. I think I was like, I don't feel like trying to figure out how to. No, I definitely could have flipped it. I'm sorry. Maybe you guys should flip it. But then you want to be able to have a fireplace. Well, I guess no. Maybe you could. I don't know. So I just kept it because see, that spot was perfect for a fireplace. But yeah, and here I am. I'm using the tool mod now, which I'm so glad that I got this mod. I was so intimidated by it. I was just like, wait, how do I use this? Like, this is so scary, but it's honestly the best thing ever because you can scale stuff up more precisely, and it's truly the best thing ever. So yeah, I do go back and finish the kitchen. So actually, when I'm building, I do my kitchens last, and what I mean by that is I do the decorations last. But because this is a video, I was able to like put the clip of me finishing the kitchen sooner. I hope that makes sense what I'm saying. But yeah, I like to do it last, especially because there's a time where I think it still does it. But if you put like a lot of decorations, when you paint the walls, it'll get deleted. And so there was a time that I had really cluttered the kitchen up and I went to go paint other rooms and it deleted all my kitchen clutter. And so ever since then, I like to do my kitchens last. Yeah, I build kind of weird. I also like to finish my outside after I finish my inside, like the backyard. Because sometimes after I've built the outside for a little bit, I'm like, oh, I'm tired. Like I want to go inside. But yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I also hope this video isn't too fast for you guys. I sped it up quite a bit. If I didn't speed it up, it was going to be like 4 hours. Well, not 4 hours. When I first sped it up, it was like it went down to 2 hours, I think, and then I sped it up some more. It went down to an hour, and then it went down to like 40 minutes. And I'm just like, that's a long time. So I was able to get it to like 30-ish minutes, 30, I think it's like 35 minutes maybe. That's with screenshots. And I should only watch speed builds. I don't sit and watch a speed build. I will listen to a speed build in the background, like when I'm playing my own game, but I never just sit and watch a speed build if I'm being honest. Or I'll be doing something, like I have to be doing something. I don't just sit and watch a speed build, but I think it's because my attention span's like jacked up. I don't know. But yeah, so I am decorating the kitchen. Again, this is not my best kitchen. I'm going to be so honest with you guys. I just wasn't a huge fan of it. And I don't know. I don't really know what my issue was. Oh, you know what? I probably should have put a curtain on that window. I definitely should have. I don't know. I don't know what I was doing. I did this last. And so sometimes also when I do something last, I'm so over it at that point that I kind of just like BS what I'm doing. But yeah, I also don't show, I think I show me decorating one bathroom, but that's it because bathrooms are so boring. I think it's just the master bathroom, and then I don't show any of the other bathrooms. So yeah. And then I also don't show the dining room. I did try to record the dining room, but it's one really small. And I'm going to be honest, I did not play test this house. I'm going to be so honest with you guys. I did not, but maybe I will after this voiceover. But yeah, the dining room's just so tight and it was annoying. I don't know, guys, I don't know what I was doing. I really don't. But here we are. We're moving to the master bedroom. I kept it pretty simple. I love this rug. It is from a like master kit, whatever those things are that like CC creators. What are those called? Like kits? Maker kits, something like that. But I love that rug. That's from a kit. Because it's like it looks like custom content, but it's not. So it's really nice because I don't build with custom content. I do really like it. My only thing is it just makes it a lot harder to find the houses on the gallery. So that's why I don't. But maybe I should try. Maybe at least in my current household, I'll maybe play with some custom content. I do have a Sims 4 current household if you guys are interested in seeing it. I haven't played it in a while. I definitely like to go back and forth from building and playing. But yeah, I think I'm still just on the first generation because you can't edit the ages as much as you can in The Sims 3, and I kind of miss that. I wish each individual age group had its own slider like in The Sims 3, because in The Sims 4 all you can do is just say like the age span is short, long, extra long, whatever. And I like to play with my Sims for a long time, but the way they don't age up in this game, if you have the age like the age set it for long, is insane. I know some people, they said that they play with their aging off and then they just age their Sims up when they're ready, and maybe I should do that. But I don't even know. So yeah, that's the master bedroom. I finished it, and then as I said, I'm just gonna show you guys one bathroom, which is the master bathroom. I cut out a lot of stuff because I just didn't know what to record, and I was like, is this boring? Is this not boring? And also, I just didn't want this video to be super duper long because it's really hard. It's like you want to include enough in the video so that people can, get an idea of what you're doing and whatnot. But then that can make the video extra long, and then you have to speed it up. And then the more you speed it up, the harder it is to follow because it's going so fast and it's giving people whiplash and it's spinning around and making people super dizzy. So again, it's challenging. I forgot what it's like to do speed builds, but it's fun. After I finish this one, I'm going to start on another one. But yeah, I'm trying to see what else. What is new? So, as I said, now I work a full-time job. The last time I was really uploading consistently, it was actually before I think COVID got really, really heavy. That was a really tough time, I know, for a lot of people. And I was uploading really consistently because, we were all at home, like nothing was really going on. You couldn't go anywhere. So it was really the perfect time to play The Sims. And at that time, I had just finished my freshman year in college, and now I've been post-grad for almost 3 years, you guys. It's actually insane how, oh my gosh, I hope you guys can't hear that. I'm so sorry. It's actually insane how fast time goes. Real quickly, this is the office. I love for my Sims to have an office. I don't know what it is. I just think it's so nice for them to have a designated place to like go on a computer, read a book, do whatever. So giving them an office. But yeah, it's just so crazy how time flies and how much can change. And sometimes it doesn't feel like a lot's changing. And then you look back and you're like, oh my gosh, so much has changed. So yeah, I'm almost 3 years post grad now. I am a nurse, and yeah, I think that's really all for me. So yeah, I keep saying so yeah, I'm sorry. But yeah, I just think it's crazy. And I've been feeling so nostalgic lately. And nostalgia, oh my gosh, nostalgia is such a gross feeling. It can just make you so sad, and just, I don't know, it can make you sad, but they can also make you grateful that you've like had the experiences, because, sometimes you just have to look and say, oh, how lucky am I to have something so great to look back on? But then it makes you sad because it's like, dang, I may never, experience that again. I don't know. I should have put a rug there, actually. That round rug would have been cute. I should have done that because there's a lot of floor going on right there. Um, but yeah, so anyways, these are hard. I always forget what to talk about. As I said, I don't know if I'll talk over this whole video, just because I'm 20 minutes in and I have about like 10 minutes left, 14 minutes left. That's a long time. Um, but yeah, I just put that little globe. I think that's from a kit, I want to say. I was going to try to avoid using stuff from kits just because I know a lot of people don't have the kits, but honestly, most of the time you're not missing anything major. So yeah, and who knows? People may not even download this, they may not even watch this video, so it's really fine. Here we are in the loft area. I actually had to like stop recording and come back because it took me forever. Ugh, took me forever, and I hope I don't show. You know what? I think I showed this whole. I'm trying to figure out the layout of this. I just can't. But maybe I wanted to put another TV upstairs. Just because sometimes I think it's nice, especially when your Sims have kids, just to have them stay upstairs and do whatever. I think on a more realistic aspect, like I think sometimes kids will stay upstairs in their own little space, but I could not figure out the layout, especially because of the banister right there. And I didn't know if the Sims could get through. And I didn't want them to have to walk through like the coffee table, not through the coffee table, but around the coffee table, whatnot, to get to the bedrooms. So you'll see I switch it up. I don't even put a couch up here. There is still some seating, but it just was not working. I don't know. It's like I almost had it, but then um it's just odd. So I'm hoping I'm done now, because I don't know why I couldn't figure it out. I also think the carpet is a weird size. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I just put a foosball table in, which I think is so much better. And then watch, I'm gonna try to pick up this rug because I sized it up. It's really hard to, I finished the loft. So all I did in the loft is I just added a foosball table, a desk, and then a chair. So yeah, that's about it. This is the teen girls bedroom. I love this bed from high school years. I think it's so fun. So yeah, I'm just doing her bedroom, and then I did place some beds in the rooms so I could kind of have an idea of which way I wanted the beds to be placed. Melissa, as I'm sure you guys know her, she talked about how she doesn't like for the beds to be facing the same direction. And ever since she said that, I'm like, oh my God, my beds can't face the same direction. Sometimes it's inevitable, like you can't help it just based on the way a room's laid out or something. But I really try my best to not have the beds facing the same direction after she said that. Before, I didn't think anything of it. I was like, whatever. But yeah, no, I'm like, I don't want that to happen. So try to keep this room, I was gonna say pretty simple, which I do think for the most part is pretty simple. I did add some clutter. I don't add too much clutter. One, because I'm lazy. I can't even lie. I think the people who can add a lot of clutter, I'm just like, that's some dedication. And yeah, I'm really lazy. But also I think because I like really neat spaces in real life. And as I said, I like to build more realistically. So I think because I like a neat space, I'm like, oh, my Sims want a neat space too. I don't know. But as I continue building, maybe I'll try to actually come up with storylines for the families, or have actual families in mind, because I do think that it can make building a little bit easier. Not necessarily building, but I would say decorating, because then you can think of the family and say, okay, what rooms do you want them to have? Like, do they need an office? Do they need a craft room? That sort of thing. But yeah. So I'm just trying to fill up the space. I forgot what I put here. There we go. Then I think I'm just gonna put a plant, and then I'm pretty much done. Just gonna, I guess, decorate her nightstands. So yeah, I'm actually, again, okay, now we're moving on to the grandma's room. or I guess a grandparents' room, or it could just be a guest bedroom, or you could honestly do whatever you want with it. I have built, as I said, I've built quite a few lots. I've done renovations, I've done builds. And again, I really wish that I was recording back then or making videos, or just even just got a recording software on this computer just so I could show you guys because I've made a lot of progress and it's just kind of fun to see. Again, if you guys would like for me to do just a video talking about some of the builds that I've done or some of the renovations, please let me know. I might try to make a few stop motions, but oh my gosh, they are so much work and I really want them to look good. And sometimes I just want a little bit of instant gratification. And with stop motion videos, you do not get instant gratification because it just takes a while. It's very tedious. But yeah, so I've pretty much finished Windenburg. I think I just have one more community lot to finish. And then maybe 2 more houses, I think. And then also the park. I don't know what I'm going to do with the park. I don't know if I'm just going to renovate it or if I want to make it something completely different. We will see. Once I have an idea, maybe I'll make a speed build on that. But I don't know as of right now what I want to do. But yeah, so I'm finishing up the guest bedroom. We're just going to call it a guest bedroom because who knows who's going to stay in here. Finish up the guest bedroom. And then we're going to, I think, move on to the nursery or the infant's room. I do change out all the lights. I just do it off camera. And also those like gaps that you can see, like that black little room thingamajig. I fill it with platforms. So yeah. Here's the infant's room. I was having a really hard time with this room. There's just the layout. I don't really know. I also don't know if they can use that crib. I forget which way they have to be able to enter the crib. But I think it's so dumb. Like, why are they entering it from the front? Why are they not entering it from the side? Like, why are they not entering it from the front? I'm not too sure. But yeah, I try to make it pretty gender neutral because you don't know what you're gonna be having. Can you like, what's it called? Not change the gender, but and here I was gonna make it into another bedroom, like a bedroom, because I didn't feel like making a nursery. But anyways, you know how in The Sims 3 you can have your Sims eat apples if you want to have a boy and eat watermelons if you want to have a girl? Can you do that in The Sims 4? I'm not too sure. But yeah, also I made like my own little changing table because I didn't like any of the ones that are actually usable. So I just made my own with a little ottoman and a dresser. And yeah, and then after this, we're just gonna move on to the teen boys room. And by the time I got to this bedroom, I was so tired of doing bedrooms that I was like, oh, I'm gonna make this into a gym. But I don't know, I just felt like making a gym was the easy way out. So I decided to just go ahead and continue and make it a bedroom. So I'm almost done with the nursery here. I think I'm gonna add just a picture and then we're gonna move on to the teen boys room. But yeah, I actually think I'm gonna go ahead and leave you guys here. I think I did enough talking. I'm really sorry if this voiceover is not very good. I'm out of practice, but I'll get better. I'll get better. But yeah, so after this bedroom, we're gonna go into some screenshots, and that will pretty much be the end of the video. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys. you.